but it is definitely not enough. This technology, without doubt, is absolutely devastating for the susceptible human psyche. We definitely have some positive feedback from the medical field, which unfortunately I don't have enough time to cover, but I will at least show you the representation of one case. There's the patient whose name is Rodney, and this patient is living with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, who had a Stendro device implanted in his brain, and the device, which was developed by Synchrone, big tech company backed by Amazon's Jeff Bezos and Microsoft's Bill Gates. It contains a tiny electrode implanted directly within the brain tissues. So it is aimed at capturing the brain signals so that it allows Rodney to type on the keyboard using only his thoughts. This is fascinating because we have the technology that is capable of doing very, very much. We're basically on the verge of the breakthrough that is capable of changing our entire world. And in the meantime, we're having such horrific examples of the misuse of this technology. While we can have some people that never heard a sound, we can have them actually receiving this opportunity, or people who have never had vision to get their vision, or people with physical impairments to get the chance for the rehabilitation exactly with help of this technology. And what I'm leading to is that probably with a great power comes great responsibility. And at this point, I wanted to talk about the solution, about the technology that is aimed for the neural security protection. But I thought, why wouldn't I just go ahead and continue what I started? And that's exactly the advocating for the victims of the misuse of neurotechnology, because the symptoms are very bad. They vary from the headache, from the dizziness, all the way to the physical disability. And like, for example, I have a friend of mine who is representing the report of the statistics in Geneva for the UN this month, just to showcase the statistics of the people who are getting the disability as the result of the misuse of such technology. This is big. I'm so sorry that there's absolutely not enough time for me, but I just gathered all the tools to resolve the issue, and I have a clear position that I expressed in my letter to the Congress, and I definitely won't go much into details about that, but the main components of the letter are establishing the task force. It should be composed of the experts in various fields like neuroscience, neuroethics, neurotechnology, medical science, of course, public health, law, human rights defenders, along with government representatives, and the citizens who essentially suffered such the exposure from the technology, for them to be able to provide the valuable input into resolution of all this matter. This task force should have such responsibilities as investigate the reported cases, collect testimonies from the people, determine the nature of each crime, as well as providing reporting mechanism and application process. We need to keep track of this situation in order to resolve it effectively, in order to be able to systematically identify those cases. And for that, we will need to provide the access to remedy for people through the appropriate grievance mechanisms. I wanted to emphasize just 2 tools that are being the key for the resolution for what I'm asking for in creating the task force and further to resolve the issue entirely. So the first one is digital human rights due diligence platform. The second is the rehabilitation program for the victims. Obviously, it will be necessary to help people just recover to the state where they were before the exposure, before they suffered all the consequences. First one, digital human rights due diligence is an AI-boosted platform that can identify the human rights violations and provide solutions and recommendations on the resolution of the specific task or the specific case of the victim. It can be adapted for the use of legal representatives, human rights consultants, and I would highly suggest that we can ensure the agility of the system so that, you know, regular people who can no opportunity to hire the legal representative or the intermediate would be able to enter their information, their case by themselves, and you know, and just get the solution to the problem. The second one, the rehabilitation program for the victims, would include a meticulously tailored program for every patient, starting from the general assessment to identify the level of exposure to the certain technological device, then following with the clinical assessments, which are necessary to conduct in the right and timely manner. This is beyond important. I would love to explain to you more in the reasons and you know, the arguments regards to how and what and why I believe so. But unfortunately, just continuing with the rehabilitation program, further we would use the cognitive behavioral therapy accompanied with neurostimulation techniques to renew the neuroplasticity in people whose brain was damaged by the exposure to the electromagnetic influence. So here, I guess I just wanted to summarize, and we're just stuck on the very same slide. Sorry about that. The presentation was intended to comprise like about 18 slides. But just to essentially summarize what I'm trying to say, I will continue advocating for the victims because I know that the repercussion of the exposure, the influence, the symptoms, they are destructive. People are getting, people are suffering in silence, alone. People's social connections are ruined. People's lives are destroyed, and that's essentially because they are not capable to get the resolution. They have no control over the situation because they have nowhere to go. There's no reporting mechanism. We need to extend the Havana Act to cover not only the federal employees, but also all of the citizens that are suffering, all of the permanent residents who are not necessarily the federal employees, but also experiencing the same Havana syndrome symptoms. So here, by empowering individuals, businesses, and institutions to protect their mental privacy, their human rights, my solutions could have far-reaching societal impact for the well-being, and we probably should just strive to create a future where human mind remains a sacred, inviolable domain free from non-consensual interference or exploitation. Otherwise, I believe such injustice has to be resolved immediately. So, thank you so much for your attention.